Welcome, everybody. This is another episode of Invest with GLO's conversations with the members of GLO and the organizations that are currently doing an active raise up on the GLO investment platform, Invest.withGLO.com. I am so excited to share with you today one of truly my favorite companies that is on the GLO investment platform, Grupo Paisano. And I'm joined today by Miguel. Say hello, Miguel. How are you?
Hello, everyone.
So Miguel's joining us from Mexico City, where we're hoping no ambulances and police cars go by whirling their sirens during our call. And we're going to talk, and I'm going to have him introduce himself and tell you about Grupo Paisano. And then I'm going to ask him a bunch of questions, and we'll end with how you can join up onto the GLO investment site and consider becoming an investor in Grupo Paisano. So Miguel, thank you very much for joining us. Could you give just a really high level picture of who is Grupo Paisano?
Okay, we're glad to show in brief a very complex model we have achieved and designed, and thank you, Joseph, for this invitation. Well, Grupo Paisano was created back in 2013 by Carlos Alvarez. He's the leader of this idea that has the goal of putting ahead of everything the small grower of fruits in Mexico. Fruits as grapefruit, lemon, key lime, papayas, malangas. They are not fruit, but we used to grow fruit with them. And to make them achieve their own development. It is not an idea of just bringing things to people to make people work for us. The idea is to be partners with them, to partner in an alliance, depending on what kind of crop we have. I'm sorry, I didn't mention mangoes, but we have also mangoes. Right. We invest with them in improving their facilities, their soil, their practices. We train them. We educate as much as we can in the way of they are producing. We want to make them the owners of their own development. And what we do is just to create some organizations of work of farmers to produce and to sell high quality products.
And that's it right there, right? The goal is to support these farmers to be able to produce a high quality product for the external market, but to actually do it in a way where at the end of the day, they own the fruit of their own labor, that they're not just working for somebody else, that they own Grupo Paisano. Oh, I lost you on the mute. Should we try that again? Oh, come on back in.
Okay, yeah. No. I don't know. This internet technology makes messes when you don't need it.
Let's get back to growing produce.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. What happens is that we are an accident, let's say, and we think that small growers can make business. It's not a matter of just philanthropy. It's a matter of, let's say, strategic philanthropy in a way that the funds will be returned with earnings. It's not only giving up the money. What we have in mind is that making growers think that they can provide not only value to their produce, but also value to the investors, can achieve a different way of approaching the development. It's not because we're giving them things that they give us back things. It's that we invest with them so they can not only grow some fruits, but they can improve their way of living.
So what Grupo Paisano is an intermediary that connects a grower with markets in the United States, but invests a considerable amount of resources, intellectual resources, financial resources, technical resources into those growers.
Yes.
So that they can better serve that international market and better serve the land and the people of their community.
It is well, if you're aware of how the land tenure in Mexico, we have a large amount of growers with very small pieces of land. So it's not easy to go in and buy large pieces of land, no, because they are not available, no.
Right.
So the strategy of this is to make considerable volume with quality that can go into the markets, no. It's not only making them, let's say, kind of cherry picking, no, because you are good, you come and you sell to me. No, it's because you have the conditions and you have the problem, the limitations, that we can put all these things together and make you work, you know, put you to help you to produce. I'm sorry, I don't like using the word help, because it's not a matter of helping, no, it is a matter of working together.
Right, it's a real strategic partnership between this intermediary called Grupo Paisano and the growers of the produce. And the investment comes from external forces, the people that are listening to this webinar right now. They come in and they invest in Grupo Paisano, but they're not buying equity. They're not buying a piece of the farm, are they?
No. They bring their money. We put that money to work, no, and that money will return in a period of time, let's say 10 to 12 years.
Yep.
With the gaining we can achieve. We do not guarantee a return. We guarantee the return of the investment, at least, plus whatever we make. What happens? We have tried to, we try to make sure that the value chain, no, in this process. We're trying to bring straight from the grower to the consumer with only 1 or 2 steps, not 3, 4, or 5 steps, where everybody gains, right, but the grower. No, we want the grower to win. Grupo Paisano has a very small margin in this concern, let's say, but in the long term, that margin becomes big because we have more volume. We have the very good partners in the US that buy our product and they distribute it there. Also, we're looking for some markets, let's say in Middle East, that they have come to us. So I think the model is bringing the attention of people aware of what we're doing. This is not only business; it's business plus human development.
It's what I refer to as a social enterprise. This is a business. It's not philanthropy. It's not a donation. It's not helping. This is a business. It's a social enterprise in that there is a significant social return, an environmental return on top of the financial return. So these investors come into your business, into Grupo Paisano, and they are paid back on an ongoing basis, not at the end of the term, but on an ongoing basis. You're providing a return based on the sale of the farmers, the growers' produce.
Yes,
correct.
And also let's see, we focus on these very interesting international markets. We're not looking at the national or the domestic market because it is, let's say, talking about lemons, key limes, or mangoes. It is perfectly satisfied. No, we would have to struggle with the national market, with the domestic markets, but those are so good product that we can bring them out to the foreign markets, no? And that's why we're focusing in that way. And we're putting together, let's say, a very market focused approach. Itself, you have a huge market to satisfy, and we want to be in there, no? But then we turn back and we see all these small farmers that are lacking that vision, no? So we're not only intermediaries of produce, we are also intermediaries of visions, of different approaches of how to move economy, no?
Right. What I really like is something you said earlier, which was in the old model or in other countries that the farmers have become producers of purely a commodity. The small farmers are pushed out because the economy of scale means that it's a bigger and a bigger farm, a bigger grower, an industrial grower that is able to use pesticides and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But instead, because of the unique situation in Mexico around land ownership and control, you're actually bundling together these small farmers so that you can build that scale and that capacity. And that's why it's the Grupo Paisano. No, it's the group of these different farmers working together, and you're ensuring through your technical resources that the quality of the product is able to meet that international demand.
But let me tell you something. To get to that point,
Yeah, I know it's not easy.
It takes us about 2 years in an incubation process. No, well, we go to the farmers. Let's say we reach them because they're far away. They are in the middle of nowhere so many times, and we have to teach them how to get together. It's not easy just to say, hey, come, we're gonna make a society, no, a company, no,
and you're all going to get along, and you're all going to be a family together, right?
No, because they're used to be abused, let's say, no, by the what we call the coyotes, not the people that just come and buy, and they come by and pay nothing. As we say, they pay peanuts for nothing. So so they sell whatever they find in their trees, low quality lemons, low quality key limes, low quality mangoes, because the coyote buys everything. I'm sorry for the word coyote, but that's the word we use in Mexico.
Yeah.
No?
So Miguel,
the problem is to develop the way they think about, let's say, putting together a group, an organized group, to work for the same goals. No, that's a real
big task in and of itself, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why this is a 10-year investment, 10 to 12-year investment, is that it's not just a come in and come out. It's a process of building the cooperative, building the group of farmers, building their capacity, connecting it with the market, and then training them to truly be able to sustain that market and sustain that distribution channel after you step away.
Probably we like adventures, no? Because bringing from this practice of just producing and selling, to whomever stops by their farm or their orchard, or whatever, to make them think in the last consumer, no? It takes a lot of making them think about the last consumer, not the one that is going to consume the produce. It's not easy, no? And this part of this training is part of this training. It's part of this, let's say, gaining consciousness on what will happen to the produce, no, after they cut it from the tree, no. And it is related, let's say, to this association or associative model that is not easy because these growers are used to be in a defensive mood, no, because everybody has come to take advantage of them, no. And so it takes long, and that's true. It takes much longer, but the idea is just don't worry about the time. The results will come in probably 3 to 4 years. This change, and then we have to sustain that change. No, it's going to be more difficult. That part we are not there yet, but we'll be there. No?
But let's point something out here. You're a member of the Global Leaders Organization. You're posted on this offer on the Invest.withGLO.com website. Mm-hmm. And GLO is not a place for startups. We're a place for proven businesses, proven leadership, proven revenue. So this is not your Grupo Paisano's first attempt to do this. This is not the first group. You've already done this and are in the middle of one of these associations, these cooperativos, that is working and is providing a return for investors. This is this proposed investment will support that second group. Is that correct?
Yeah, we just closed our first fund. It's around $40 million, no? The first one, and we're going for the second one. So because we have learned how to do this, it was an adventure 7-8 years ago. I think we have now. I couldn't say we dominate the matter because every day things are new, things change, everything. You know, with this, for example, this year it's been a very rainy year in Mexico. No, last year was
because you're getting all of our rain. We're not getting any.
Yeah, we have
We're
it.
in the middle
We
of
stole it. We
a
stole it
drought.
from
Yeah.
from all over the world, and it's coming to Mexico. No, this rain, and it's flooding all over everywhere. No, but it's a bless finally. No, and last year was very dry. No, this year is wet. So all these things make you change. You know, at the very moment, but you have to learn, you have to change it, you have to improve what you have done. No? We just had an exercise last week on reflecting what have we learned in the past, no? About organizations, about crops, about the system, the marketing system, how to get the information, how to be paid, because many times we're not paid on time. And also the growers do not deliver on time, and it's difficult, no? But this is something we have learned in this time, and this is why we got the trust of one large fund in the U.S. and another fund in Mexico that
what
put
a
us
great
in this
opportunity for others to join with you on that. Miguel, how did you get into this? How did what's your path that brought you to doing this?
Well, I'm an agronomist.
Uh-huh.
I worked for some years for the International Maize and Wheat Improvement Center, the CIMIP.
Uh-huh.
And then I went into the sugar industry. I was a technical advisor for 4 sugar mills in Mexico. And because of some strange reason, I ended up in being a banker for the agriculture. No? It took me 25 years of being a banker for agriculture, being watching all what we were talking before we started, these coffee things and producing mezcal and all small growers always, no? And I had the opportunity to work also with the large farmers in Mexico, no? That there are some huge ones, no?
There are.
And then I was invited after 25 years of being in the financial part of the agriculture. I was invited to the university to develop a different business school with a different concept, not that it was also trying to get all these business models with social and environmental impacts, not only the financial impact. No? And I was invited to come to join Grupo Paisano, I think because they thought that I am the same crazy as they are. No? That we believe the world can change. We believe things can be done differently, and I strongly believe that poor people can be put in the path of development. No,
Brilliant. So who else is on the team? Who else do you have working with you at Grupo Paisano?
The structure is very complex. No, but let's say
we don't need to get into all the, anybody can come online, they can log in, they can see the structure, and all the due diligence material is there for them to review. Who's on this team with you on this adventure?
Actually, the team, we're 4 people only. The financial chief that also oversees marketing. We have the operations director that sees all over the different companies we have and the different crops and the different organizations. They have, let's say, the eyes out in the field. No, they have all these organization people moving around, and they have the technical support. They have what we call the bio factories, because we produce some kind of fungicides and herbicides based on organic and natural principles, no? And we have the lawyer, no? As you can imagine, we need a lawyer always.
At least we all need at least one, I suppose.
No, so we have all this, and with this small team, we're running this model, no? But locally, we have people that oversees all the process, the production process, the packing process, the logistics. So we have the people in those areas. Where I'm based in Mexico City. I don't like Mexico City. I would prefer being away and overseeing everything, but it's kind of difficult, no? But we have all these orchards and farms that we love to visit, and to be close to the people that are managing this directly, no? We have a very, let's say, it's not a very pyramidic organization is really flat. We have contact with all the people involved in the operation.
You know, I've had an opportunity to be on the phone over the last 6 months with several members of the team. And one of the things I'm really impressed with is that you really do have folks with decades of experience in each of the critical areas to make this work. And
Yes,
this isn't, you know, these aren't folks it's their first rodeo, right? These are folks that have, like you, established incredible credibility in their own field and are now coming over here so that we can prove that that there's a way to do the intermediary work of bringing this produce to market, yet leaving a solid base for the farmers, the growers, and their community.
And the people we have in the operational sites, they are local, no? So they know the people, they know the uses, the culture of the area. So it helps us a lot when we have local people hired to do this job. And also, not only we try to develop their abilities, we first hire them because of their knowledge and experience, no? So that's a way to be sure that things will work. No?
So you're a former banker. I like to sometimes use the word reformed. You spent some time in banking. So talk directly to the investor who's listening to this on why is this a good investment for their alternatives portfolio?
Okay, let me tell you first that from the financial point of view, the only difference is, I'm sorry, I don't know if it's going well, the sound, but because it won't be an internet problem. But I would say that the first virtue, the first value that an investor must have in this model particularly is just patience. You know? I think we're working in taking care of the returns. No, we realize that the amounts are big. We have to take care of every cent we have, invest them properly. We can assure the investors that the money will go exactly to the model we're developing. We don't permit that 1 cent could be deviated, no, to any different activity, you know, of what we're doing. And that's why we have also, and we're trying to block the different funds. So we finished one with 5 projects that are running well. The second one will come for a different group of projects that we're already working in, and the money will be properly invested. No, it will not be spent. It will be invested. No? And also,
I do think you mentioned it before, but I would like to reaffirm that on your team, as the chairman, the visionary that helped launch this project, and really as the anchor investor, is Carlos Alvarez, who is a very well-known, very accomplished investor, and bringing a certain a high degree of credibility, I think, to the investment opportunity.
Yes, for sure. Carlos is the foundation of this, no? And he takes care of what we're doing, no? He doesn't want to be involved in the day-to-day administration, but surely he is on what we're doing, no? We have to be very clear. We have to be transparent. We don't have information to hide, unless, well, of course, there is some sensitive information that we cannot deliver, but in the operational day-to-day basis, we have to be transparent. No, we have to deliver what we promise, and not to promise what we cannot deliver. So this is one of the principles. No, we have to deliver. We don't have to promise anything. No. So I think that's one of the points that Carlos has been always insisting. No, please do not promise anything. Just do and get the results we want to have. No, and that makes us focus on what what we want to achieve, or what can we offer, not just offer and look for it, no? And struggle for what we are offering to the investors. No?
Well, that is fantastic. Miguel, I really want to thank you for joining me today. It's been great. I'm talking
No, it's been-
with you about Grupo Paisano. And I want to reaffirm for everybody who's listening that Grupo Paisano is a member of GLO. Their offer is available right now at invest.withglo.com. You can register as an investor. Click on the overview button about their offering. You can read all about what they're doing and the excitement, the incredible power that they're bringing and putting into the hands of the growers. And you can see the business model, and you can see how the investment into the intermediary provides a return from the sale and then provides an exit opportunity to be claimed by the growers themselves. So head on over, log in. You'll be able to click and talk to Miguel and the other members of his team directly. This isn't just an internet investment opportunity. This is an investment into a great company with some great leadership. So I hope we'll see you there.
Yep. I would like to see anybody that would like to come to Mexico to take you to what we're doing.
Brilliant.